Good evening Hakology viewers. In tonight's episode we're going to be covering some more stuff with the Wiimote and the simple game engine. Basically I'm just going to quickly talk you through the code and what's changed since yesterday's tutorial. I'll put the code up for download in the cat out the way in the notes for the video, and let's just talk you through what's changed. Okay, so from yesterday's tutorial, within the draw frame we've added some code here where it says do game stuff to draw the racket position and check where the racket position is on the screen, and also here to check that the racket doesn't leave the screen and stop it from moving off the screen. Now this code is the same as yesterday. I've left that in just so you understand where we've added the new stuff. And then here, this block of code here is new. So all this here is new, but don't worry, it's rather simple. Basically, after the form class, we're just defining a class of racket, and it has the following properties: xpos, ypos, width, height, speed, maximum speed it can travel, the object image file, which is a variable for storing the bit mapping, and then a string for the path to the image file, which by default is just racket.jpg, and I've included this in the I'll include this in the zip file so you've got all the files. Okay, so new basically defines the racket's initial settings, initial values. So we're just going to set the racket to be in the middle of the screen, and we're also going to set the racket to be just off the bottom of the screen. In fact, I'm just going to add a little plus 20 there and move it up 20 pixels. Let's just put that in the brackets. Okay. These properties here are pretty self-explanatory. These are to get and set the properties of the racket. Get down to speed. Get is pretty straightforward. Just sets it equal to the variable stored inside the class, and then on the set, it basically just does a small check to check that the speed is not greater than the maximum speed of the racket, which is the left and right movement of the racket. So basically it can't accelerate too fast. If you want to change the max speed, you can. I wouldn't recommend changing it to anything more than 20, but you know, it's up to you. Image file, which is a string, so this is the path to the image file, and then basically this is a relatively path, so basically all you have to do is pass the image file name in, and anything stored underneath the images folder will be picked up. So then the only little bit of complex code is loading the graphic and checking that the graphic exists. If there's no graphic, it creates a blank graphic down here and uses that instead. So it tries to set the image file equal to the path and the racket.jpg. Then it sets the default width and height equal to the image width and height, and then also sets graphic equal to the image file that has been loaded. So that's the code. Let's have a look at the program running. As you can see now with the application running, if I move the remote left or right, the bat travels across the screen left or right, and when it gets to the far end it won't go any further, and when it gets to this end it won't go disappear off the screen that way. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. We'll be back tomorrow and we're going to add a ball to this and get it bouncing around the screen. Have fun hacking, and we'll be back soon. Peace.